So today we're going to be talking about something very serious. This is not drama. There's not clips taken out of context, not social media outrage. We're asking one direct question. Has Ilhan Omar demonstrated the kind of leadership and loyalty required to serve in the United States Congress? And if not, should she be removed from office? This isn't about where she was born. This is not about her religion. This is about national trust in our leaders that we elect to office. From her removal from the Foreign Affairs Committee to repeated foreign policy controversies to the rhetoric that many Americans believe undermines confidence in her allegiance to the U.S. and our interests, at what point does controversy become disqualifying? So let's break this down, guys. Let's get into it.
We were built to our guiding hands. We will build it, our guiding hands. We will build crafts and bide my...
CARE was founded after 9/11 because they recognized that some people did something and that all of us were starting to lose access to our civil liberties.
All right, guys, the Bible tells us in 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 21, prove all things, hold fast to which is good. So when we look at Representative Ilhan Omar or any public official, we must weigh their words and actions against the scripture, not our own opinions. So when you look at her entire career in Congress, there are several things that pop out that are alarming. The first thing is that she was removed from the Foreign Affairs Committee. Now, serving on that committee isn't symbolic. It deals with our diplomacy, our intelligence briefings, military posture, and U.S. relationships with our allies and adversaries alike. So when House leadership removed her, the justification wasn't policy disagreement alone. It was about trust and past rhetoric that was viewed as damaging to America's standing abroad. Now, here's the bigger issue, okay? And many people could debate her removal was wrong. That's because many members of Congress are allowed to criticize U.S. policy. That's part of our democratic republic. But you got to understand, when your rhetoric repeatedly sparks bipartisan condemnation, your statements create a diplomatic friction. Your loyalty is publicly questioned by millions of Americans, and leadership becomes the issue here. But then we got the foreign policy posture that she has taken up over the past few years. She has consistently opposed U.S. military intervention. She's criticized long-standing alliances and has taken positions that many believe to project weakness on the global stage. We've seen this with AOC with her comments in Munich. We're seeing this throughout the Democratic Party, a lot of weaknesses on the global stage. We've seen it under Biden. Now we're seeing it under Omar. We're seeing it under AOC. But see, here's the key question. Is restraint our strength, or does it embolden our adversaries? Because America's role in the world isn't theological. It affects our global stability. But then we got to take a look at where this loyalty debate aligns. See, advocating for your own country of heritage is not wrong. Many lawmakers, they campaign causes towards their ancestry all the time. But members of Congress must avoid the appearance of divided loyalty. And she has done that, okay? Her loyalty seems, by the perception of the public, to be divided. You have to understand, public trust matters. Perception matters. National unity matters. So when large portions of the electorate questions whether if a lawmaker places American interests first, whether that perception is fair or not, that alone damages confidence in the representation. And what does removal mean? You know what I'm saying? Well, our Constitution is very clear. It has many mechanisms in our Constitution to remove her from office. Now, the first one is a very hard catch because she represents an area of Minnesota where the majority of the population are Somalians. So that's a harder one, which is the voters can remove her at the ballot box. But then we have the House that can expel a member with 2/3 of the vote for serious misconduct. That's another hard pass because you're not going to catch one Democrat with a spine to stand up against this rhetoric. But then you've got ethics investigations that can recommend discipline. See, this isn't about mob pressure. It's about our Constitution and constitutional accountability. So if representative repeatedly damages our national confidence and international credibility, voters have the right to demand higher standards. Leadership is not about the legality, it's about the trust. And when trust erodes, consequences do follow. So you guys got to understand, at the end of the day, leadership is tested by what's in the heart. And if we look back at the Bible in this, go to the book of Psalms, chapter 78, 72. So he fed them according to their integrity of his heart and guided them by the skillfulness of his hands. So this verse is about David's leadership. And you notice the order, right? Integrity first, skill second. See, you can be intelligent, persuasive, and politically skilled, but integrity is number one. And if integrity is questioned, your leadership is weakened. Now, when you look at Representative Omar's actions in the light of God's words, where they match up with God's justice and mercy and affirm them, where they go against God's design, you've got to recognize that and pray for her to know Jesus, because he is the only hope for humanity. So here's the bottom line in all of this. This is not about party. This is not about personality. This is about whether if we're holding our elected officials to a standard of undivided allegiance to the United States of America and responsible rhetoric. If you believe her record disqualifies her, the remedy is constitutional. Vote, organize, hold accountability. If you believe she represents her district faithfully, then defend that position with policy, not emotion. But here's the challenge to everyone that is watching. Should members of Congress be held to a higher standard when it comes to foreign policy rhetoric? And where does this line is drawn between advocacy and national risk? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Keep it respectful, keep it factual, and always remember, leadership matters. We need good stewards in our country. If we don't demand it, we will never get it. God bless you guys. I'll see you in the next.
When the night was all we saw, we still trusted you, oh God. Under God we stand.